What's up, everybody? Today I got a new video for you. This is a video I was super interested in making myself, to the fact that I want to know if this product actually works. So as you saw in the title, in the thumbnail, this is all about wastegate blankets. If you guys aren't familiar with wastegates, that's pretty much what controls your boost. That boy right there, and I got another one right there. So how that works is your exhaust goes pretty much through your exhaust manifold, and it builds up the pressure inside the exhaust side of the wastegate, and there's a spring in there. Once it passes that spring, it opens up, dumps the exhaust out. So what that means is those get super freaking hot. It's just like the turbine section gets really hot, all the exhaust in there and everything. So they make things called wastegate blankets. They reduce underhood temps. They will increase the efficiency of them, and they say it actually protects them from further damage, because the top side of this, through the heat cycles, that can cause damage. So what I'm going to test with is I have a little thermo gun I got. What I want to do is I want to go do a spirited pull, get those wastegates to open. I'm going to stop on the side of the road, and I'm going to temperature check them. So what I want to do is I'm going to temperature check the wastegate itself here on the actual wastegate, and then I want to test it on the top hat of the wastegate. I actually want to test my intake pipe itself, and then the compressor housing, and then like the wall, because even the wall can radiate heat. And then I want to do the same for the back one. And then after I do a spirited pull, check the temperatures, I'm going to let the car cool down, and I'm going to install the turbo blankets, or not turbo blankets, sorry, the wastegate blankets. And then I want to go out and do it again and see if there's a temperature difference around this component here. Anything to reduce IATs, you know, it's going to make you more power. My biggest thing was this section right here, because that wastegate is right under my compressor housing. That wastegate getting super hot, heating up my compressor housing. Now I've added a couple degrees on top of how hot the compressor housing already is from compressing the air. Now, you know, I've made my air hotter, and if I can keep it as cool as possible, I'm gonna make more power.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all, so I just did some spirited driving. Let's check temps. The wastegate is reading 299. Bottom of the compressor, all over the place. Off, bottom of the compressor. Top of the compressor, way cooler. Way cooler. The wall, 130, 140. Top of the wastegate, 140, 150. That wastegate, oh boy, that is the hotter side with the exhaust and everything. Top of the wastegate. Alright, let's look at the heat shield here. Woo! Holy crap. And then let's look at the wall. Depending where it hits, it can hit high numbers. And then just out of curiosity, the filter here, and the intake pipe itself, 107. This side's a little cooler, it is in the shade. Filter, 103. Alright, so I think that gives me the data. So when it cools down, I'll put on the wastegate blankets, and we'll try it again. Alright guys, and we are back. It's a couple hours later, but the engine bay is way cooler again. It's like if I go to the wastegate, it's only 100 degrees, but that is way more doable to touch. So these are the wastegate blankets I got. These are PTP blankets. These are the 44 series. So if it's 44 millimeters, similar sizes, you can see right here, that's the texture. So let's put them on. So if you guys don't know how to install a wastegate blanket, I'll teach you how to real quick. So this is your blanket. So what you're gonna do is, I already have one of these attached. So you put it around the wastegate, and then the top of the wastegate's here, and then this is the bottom of the wastegate to where the exhaust comes in. You just put it on, and you take this, and you just loop it around, you attach it to that side. All right, y'all, so I got my wastegate blanket installed. You can see right there's one of them, and then there's the other. Like I mentioned, super easy install. Just take you a couple minutes depending where the wastegate is. Like that one was kind of hard to do. This one's also kind of hard to do because I don't have a whole lot of room because the compressor and then the intake and all that. So now I'm going to go out and do the same thing I did earlier and test temperatures around the wastegate and see if temperatures dropped or potentially increased. This is a test I've been wanting to do for a long time, so let's go do it.
A few moments later.
Alright y'all, so I just finished doing spirited run. So let's see what temps we got here. On the blanket itself, 241, if you guys can see. 237, 241. Top of the wastegate, 128, 144. That thing's 117. Intake pipe, 85, 88. Intake itself, 92. Bottom of the compressor, got hot there. That one's all over the place. Top of the compressor, that's nice to see. The heat shield, still crazy hot. Alright, this wastegate, that one's just going to be hot, I think, regardless of where it's located. Top of the wastegate, that little ring, that in the wall here. Alright, and then I also did this side. This side, the intake pipe, still 100. Intake tube, 102. And I think that's all I did. Yeah, that's all I did. So I'll get back to the house and we'll go over the results. So I went back to the videos and I wrote down the before and afters of each thing I temp tested. And results are kind of shocking, kind of not. But take it with a grain of salt. All the change was putting a blanket on the wastegate. So just with doing that one blanket, it made some changes. So go over the results real quick. So back of the the bottom of the forward wastegate before was 299, afterwards was 230. Top of the forward wastegate started at 138, 141. After was 130. Bottom of the intake, or not the intake compressor, sorry, the bottom of the compressor housing before was 170 to 180. After was 145 with a small spike to 165 and then dropped right back down. So I probably just hit a heat wave. So that was huge. That was a big win. The top of the compressor was 95 to 105. After was 95, which makes sense. I mean, it's nowhere near it, but just out of curiosity. The engine wall, 132 to 138, and after was 140. Also makes sense. I mean, it's just a blanket on your wastegate. Back wastegate, the bottom started at 480 and jumped to 500. After was 450, so a good drop there. Top of the back wastegate was 310 to 320, ending or after was 315. The heat shield stayed at 570 both runs. This was another win. Last and not least, the filter was 104 for before, after was 92, and the intake pipe was 90 to 95 with an after of 85. So after you think about it, all it was like an $80 wastegate blanket for two of them, and I dropped degrees almost across the board. And what was most important was the temperature decrease on the filter and the intake pipe. And then overall, if you think about it, I'm also getting air from my head like delete, so it's cooling it down even more. But I think for the price, it's not a bad deal. It's only probably 120, 140 bucks total for the both, and you get underhood temp reduction, intake temp reduction. In Florida where it gets hot, I'll take what I can get. So see you guys next video. Bye.